This is the story of someone I've always admired and respected, one of my best friends, Kim Fitzgerald, or as I call her, Mom. My mom had an interesting childhood to say the least. Her father being a university professor and her mother a counselor, she and her brother Scott grew up in many different places. After moving from the rolling hills of rural New Hampshire to a small town in southern Germany to tiny university dorms to the big city of Boston, my mom finally settled down in Oregon. In Oregon, my mom attended Linfield College, where she finally met my dad, Jim Fitzgerald. They have been married now for 24 years. So my mom has since started working in local government, preserving historic homes and writing books about Oregon's history, and she had 3 girls, my sisters Emily, Abby, and I. Our family was always very close. We did everything together, and there was always so much love in my house. It sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, in March of 2010, everything changed. In March of 2010, after going in for a routine exam, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. We were shocked. We had never seen something like this coming. We didn't know what to do. We were all just so scared for my mom. But my mom wasn't going to just sit back and do nothing. She fought cancer like the warrior that she is, and in April she underwent major surgery, a double mastectomy. My mom always loved to travel, and we were always planning crazy family trips all around the world. Earlier that year, before her diagnosis, my family had been planning a trip to Israel, Egypt, and Jordan. In spite of having had major surgery only 2 months before, my mom was determined to go on this trip. She wasn't going to let anything, not even cancer, hold her back or stop her from achieving her dreams. What I will always remember from that trip is hiking up Mount Sinai in Egypt at 2 o'clock in the morning, just to see the sunrise. That trip to the Holy Land reminded us of some of the more beautiful things in life, and gave us the strength to go back home and help my mom through her treatment. The week after we returned, my mom started chemotherapy. Chemotherapy was hard for my mom. It went on for months. My mom lost all of her hair, and the chemo sapped her strength and made her feel sick. It was discouraging, and we all felt pretty down. But then, my dad got an idea.
Legend of the Paper Cranes says that there was a little girl who, I guess, found out she was sick or had cancer or something like that, and her goal was to make 1,000 paper cranes before she died, and she didn't do that, and so her family and friends pitched in, and after she had passed, they made 1,000 paper cranes. And I think the legend of 1,000 paper cranes actually has to do with wishing somebody good luck or good health, or sharing your prayers and your thoughts with them. And that was the intention that we took the project, was to wish my wife good health and good luck and good wishes.
My mom was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, and my dad actually came up with this idea. He found the legend of 1,000 paper cranes for a wish, and so we thought it was a really good idea to do something for her.
Well, the initial goal was 1,000 paper cranes, and we had we were trying to do it by her birthday, so we had a couple of months to actually try to plan it and get it done.
So we decided to fold 1,000 origami paper cranes based on this legend that if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, then you would get a wish.
Was there ever a time when you thought she might find out?
Yes, and we were trying to put the paper cranes up in our house, and I was having some trouble carrying them, so we all went upstairs while Mom was watching TV, and she was worried about us.
Was it hard to keep a secret?
It was sort of hard. It was like we were always in a paranoid state, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna walk in and see us with all these cranes. There was one time when she came home and we were folding cranes in the middle of the living room in plain sight, so we just threw a blanket over them and just sat in front of them until she walked away. She wasn't looking for them, so it wasn't too hard, I guess.
And so we began folding, and folding, and folding. My dad sent out an email to everyone we could think of. Friends, co-workers, family, church, everyone. We had to keep it all a secret though. The cranes soon began arriving by the boxload. Hundreds upon hundreds of cranes arrived almost daily from New Hampshire, Washington, Southern California, even Japan. My mom had touched so many lives, and we all wanted to show our support.
Okay. Strolling under the boardwalk, drifting off to the sound of the band. Oh, and 9 o'clock comes, 9 o'clock's gone away. Got a date at Rick's Cafe. Hold your hand in the back row, steal a kiss in the shadows. As time goes by, I know.
The night before my mom's birthday, my sisters and I took shifts hiding in the closet upstairs where we had hidden all of the cranes, rapidly trying to fold and string up cranes before she went to bed. When she finally went to sleep, we snuck the enormous strings of cranes downstairs and hung them up all around our kitchen, a wall of cranes to walk through. In the end, I believe the final count of cranes was nearly 2,000. And on the morning of my mom's birthday, we woke her up and convinced her to come downstairs.
I came downstairs and lo and behold, I was blown away. There were cranes stretching from the kitchen all the way to the playroom in a rainbow of colors, and it was beautiful. The cranes came at a time in my treatment. I had been through surgery. I had gone through 8 rounds of chemotherapy, and I was kind of at a low point. I was getting ready to start radiation treatment, and it gave me the strength to go on and finish my treatment. And I can't even really put into words how much it meant. It wasn't just all the cranes were different and beautiful, but many of them had prayers written on the inside, and it made me feel not alone. Mm-hmm. And so much I drew on that strength, and to the point that, our friend, our vet, who was also diagnosed with breast cancer about a year later, I wanted to pay it forward, and so we were able to do that for her as well, and worked with her family to surprise her too. So I think it's a wonderful tradition, and I'm so grateful for all the blessings in my life. Mm-hmm.
From then on, things started to turn around. My mom won her battle against cancer, and she has been cancer-free for nearly 3 years now. My mom inspires me. Through it all, my mom never lost her positive attitude. She's the kind of person who believes that even when everything else is out of your control, you are in charge of your own happiness. Even through this cancer, she had the choice to be happy, to have faith that there was some higher power helping her through her suffering, and to believe that she was not alone, that everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay yet, it's not the end yet. I don't know what we would do without her. We love you, Mom.
I know it's gonna be okay.